This is Boomer Life on CL 650.
And here is the best part. You have a head start if you are among the very young at heart.
Ah, the young at heart. Well, there's a song that immediately put a huge smile on both of our guests from ShannonOaks in Vancouver. As soon as that one came on, our guests are Jack Purdy and Bill Jackson, both of whom like to sing and do it a lot in the choir at ShannonOaks. Also joining us from ShannonOaks, Vancouver, is Jillian Fullerton. And, of course, there's also ShannonOaks in Oak Bay in the Victoria area as well. But we're talking about the Vancouver location, which, by the way, is in southeast Vancouver, to be as specific geographically as possible. It's on Waverly Avenue, and I guess the very closest intersection would be 49th and Elliott. If you're heading out of Vancouver, and 49th is one of my favorite back streets in Vancouver. I use it a lot because even though you get traffic lights, you can scoot where all those people on the freeway are sitting and going nowhere. So if you're heading out of town on 49th and you get to Killarney High School, you've gone too far.
That's right.
You're a block. You're one traffic light too far.
That's right.
You got to back up to Elliott. There's a Baptist church right on the corner.
That's right, and Killarney Market as well.
That's right. So you turn left on Elliott and off you go.
Waverly runs parallel to 49th. It's one block north of 49th. So you Elliott and 49th, you need to go just one block, and you can see ShannonOaks because we're 147 apartments.
It's hard to miss.
Hard to miss.
And by the way, the address in Victoria Oak Bay is 2000 Goldsmith Street, and you were just over there a couple of weeks ago.
I was just over there. It's a wonderful place. It's the sister. You know, it's the twin sister of ShannonOaks. It's the same ambiance, same warmth, same wonderful staff. Both Leo Martin and his assistant Alyssa are absolutely wonderful and welcoming. They're a great duo there that just will show you around and give you a tour and do sample the lunch. Michael is the sort of the restaurant manager there. He will make sure everything is to your taste.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Our two studio guests have been ShannonOaks residents for varying degrees. Jack Purdy and his wife Shirley have been there for 7 years, and Bill Jackson's the new kid on the block. He's been there for 7 months. And Bill came in fairly recently after having done the trial stay. Your daughter and you were living in an apartment by yourself?
Well, just myself.
No, but you were living in an apartment by yourself.
Oh, yes.
You had discussed the fact that you knew you didn't want to cook anymore. You were tired of all that work. So where can I go that I don't have to do all that stuff and I can just relax and have some fun? So ShannonOaks came up in the conversation, and you booked yourself in for a trial stay.
And I think people that are contemplating retirement should consider it already, in my own opinion.
Rather than waiting until
10 years down the road.
Right. And you hear that a lot, Julia.
Yes. I wish we had moved into ShannonOaks earlier because their life just blossoms.
Yeah.
Well, now Jack's kind of in the middle of us all here because he did move into ShannonOaks earlier.
You bet.
He moved there 7 years ago. Are you glad you did?
I've never doubted for a moment that it was the right move. It relieved my wife of a lot of pressure. It made us closer as a couple.
Oh, isn't that lovely?
And we were able to play. Instead of work, we always work together, but we can even play together now.
Right.
And that's wonderful.
Well, isn't that supposed to be what at least a portion of retirement is supposed to be all about, Jack? An actual grown-up playtime? Haven't we earned that for crying out loud?
I understand. That's what it's supposed to be, and it is now for us.
Well, isn't that nice?
But for a lot of women, it's not because they still have to shop and clean and cook. So retirement, if you've been a homemaker all your life, it continues. But what Jack gave his wife, Shirley, was the opportunity to be free of all that and to really retire.
Yeah. But I think it gives the opportunity for the likes of myself and other ladies that are single.
Oh, yes.
To meet up again.
Yeah.
And, I'm not saying you're going to do it in 1 month or 6 months or 6 years, but you have the opportunity.
Yes.
And that's what counts.
Yeah.
And you're liking the odds, too, aren't you, Bill? the male to female ratio odds, so to speak.
Well, yeah, we have the advantage, I think.
Certain numerical advantage to being a guy at ShannonOaks, isn't there? And there's nothing wrong with that, is there?
No.
Are you surprised more guys aren't sort of cluing into this reality and sort of checking themselves in as well?
You got to consider, though, that ladies live longer than men.
True.
And therefore, there's the proportion is different.
Mm-hmm.
And the proportion is different in ShannonOaks. You know, far more gals than there is fellows.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But again, it's the opportunity that you're looking for.
Yeah.
And unless you get in there, you don't have that opportunity.
Yep.
And ShannonOaks does offer all sorts of opportunities.
Yeah.
You can get together.
Friendships. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You can get together with all like-minded men too,
Yeah.
and go into the pool room and have a little contest on Tuesday nights, and
Yeah.
you know, just talk about men things.
Yeah.
You know, so you can enlarge your men's circle of friends. You can enlarge your whole circle of friends by including women as well.
Yes.
And it's enriching. It's a new lifestyle you're starting on, isn't it?
It certainly is.
Yeah.
When you were, did you ever go through a downsizing phase, Bill, where you had all your lifetime of stuff accumulated in a house somewhere, and you just finally had to come to terms with unloading most
but
of
I
it?
had a family.
Ah, now that helps, right? Because you can
That's right.
distribute a lot of that stuff through
And,
the family.
I gave them the opportunity of selecting what they want. And then my one that's my power of attorney, she then got in with some of these homes that take certain types of stuff and got rid of the stuff that way.
Okay.
Good for her.
So you organized your own downsizing
Yeah, that's
then.
right. Yeah.
And for those a little less capable than Bill of disassociating themselves with a lifetime of accumulation, you provide downsizing seminars
We do
at
indeed.
ShannonOaks. You had one a couple of weeks ago. There's another one coming up on April 29th.
That's correct.
And it's all time out ever so conveniently, where they begin at 11:30. The downsizing professional comes in and gives a little talk.
Yes.
And then there's lots of time for questions and answers, and that's usually the biggest portion of the thing.
That's
But
right.
it's always topped off with a lunch.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so it's a lovely outing, a great chance to learn something about changing your life your way, and also to, well, enjoy a little free lunch. That
And
I
never
also
hurts.
found it
see-
an eye opener.
Yeah, yeah. And
Yeah,
you
just
do need-
learning about all the downsizing possibilities.
That's right.
Yeah.
Did you go through that too, Jack? Did you and Shirley have a lot of stuff to deal with?
We had a lot of stuff. First thing I did, got rid of everything I could we had a grad sale for missions,
Okay.
and we got rid of a lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
But we still had lots. But we brought it in, and gradually we are still dispersing. There's a couple of boxes on the corner where you can take clothes you're not using and donate
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
And books and things like that. There's ways of doing that. But trouble is, I keep going out and finding more things to bring in. Yeah.
Ah. I
We're a
see.
consumer society.
We are, aren't we? But
Definitely.
I think, Bill, having gone through this most recently, just a few months ago, you can certainly appreciate why some people see the accumulation of stuff as a reason not to get to a senior's retirement community.
Definitely.
It's, what am I going to do with
It's
all
a
my
mental
stuff?
block.
It's taken me 75 years to put all this. You think I'm just going to walk away
It's a
from
mental
this?
block.
Well, you're not going to take it with you now, are you?
No.
So how long did it take you to come to terms with,
5 minutes. That's
I
how
got to
long.
get rid of some of this stuff. Okay, 5 minutes is gone. Let's get it going. That's rare. You would at least admit that it's kind of rare. That-
Well, it is because people have a tendency to hang on to stuff.
exactly.
Yeah.
And it's been your upbringing.
Yeah.
Really.
Yep.
It's our culture.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's right.
And so I never had any trouble. Once I made up my mind, It started going.
Bill
Right.
hangs on to friends more
they'll
than
never
things.
they'll never make a television program out of him getting rid of Bill's stuff.
But that's true. That's true, isn't it?
It's
And
gone.
it's not about the stuff at the end of the day.
No,
after all, is
no.
it, Jack?
People.
Yeah.
People.
You know.
And that's what I was saying, that Bill hangs on to people and friendships more
Yeah.
than he does things.
Well, gentlemen, I'm afraid we're out of time here, and I want to
Okay.
thank you both, Bill
You're so
and
welcome.
Jack, for coming back to see us in Jack's case. And nice to meet you, Bill, and thanks for sharing some of your story with us today on Boomer
I
Life.
tell you, the pleasure is all mine.
Well, it's a good to shake your hand, sir. It's good to have you in our studio. And Jillian, always a treat when you stop
Always
by for a visit.
always a pleasure.
ShannonOaks.com. That'll get you to all you need to know about either Shannon Oaks, Vancouver, in Southeast Vancouver on Waverly Avenue, or Shannon Oaks, Victoria on Goldsmith Street in Oak Bay.
Here, here.
All right. Have a great day, everyone. And we'll see you next time right here on Boomer Life.